as your body grows bigger.
Your mind must flower. It's great to learn, cause knowledge is power.
Hello and welcome to the mothership. I am, of course, the Commander-in-Chief, Lex Ibrak. Welcome. How you like that camera angle? Is that pretty good? Anyway, I've been outside. I don't know if you can tell, but I've been outside working, and so I am quite. I'm hot and sweaty, but the mail person. Look at that. Ooh, hold on. The mail person dropped this off. So let's open this box, shall we? Of course, you can see who it's from there. And those of you who know me and talk to me on the regular probably even know what this is. We saw a review of this earlier this week from Vern. So shout out to you, Vern. But let's open this box from Big Bad, see what it is. Then we will open it up, and then we will fade to black, and we'll take it over to this the turntable of awesomeness and give a much more close review. Very cool. Look at this, you guys. We have this will be included in your box, Ed, of your custom ship, which is this bit of packing actually should probably put the finishing touches on that. Look at this. Wah wah. So those of you who know me well enough know that I bought this obviously for the Dum Dum Dugan and the real Nick Fury head. I don't know. I feel like I should have got two, but because I'm sure this pack will probably exponentially rise in value. There was another Dum Dum Dugan pack. I can't remember who the other person was in. It was a 2-pack, but that's an easy $90 to $100 pack now, which originally it was not. So yeah, dig this. Here's the front of the package. We have Nick Fury. We have Dum Dum. We have Sharon Carter and some black guy cosplaying as Nick Fury. Only recently has it been, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but only recently have they started calling the Samuel L. Jackson Nick Fury Jr. Right? Like apparently Marvel finally gave up on they just gave up on that. They're like, fuck it, he's Nick Fury Jr. Fuck it. But man, very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Brett wants this Sharon Carter, and if anyone in the community wants this Nick Fury head, I'm not gonna fucking use it. I don't even acknowledge that Nick Fury's existence. It means absolutely nothing to me. So, Nick Fury Jr. It says right there, Nick Fury Jr. I was talking to somebody the other day about that, and I was like, well, you know, that's not Nick Fury, that's Nick Fury Jr. Like, nuh-uh. And like, it says right on the box here now, boys and girls, Nick Fury Jr. So, score one back for the original trilogy, or whatever you want to call it, you know? For the OG. I read somewhere that Stephen Lang wants to play. Stephen Lang wants to play Nick Fury. I don't know. He seems a little. He's not a real built guy. You know what I'm saying? But he has probably the face for it. So let's do a quick unboxing here on the swanky leather couch. And then we will set them up. We'll fade to black. We'll go over here and look at these individually. I think this is awesome. Oh, I guess we'll look at the side. It's a very cool image there. We got Sharon and Junior on this side. Sharon Cartier, Nick Jr. with his father, the OG, the real, in the back, and then Dum Dum, Shield, emblem, and nothing. Yeah, this is cool. So I'm probably gonna find maybe like a Recondo. I'm thinking a Recondo body to put this, because my plan here, okay, so, and I'll give you the full details over there, but I'm gonna be making and it's not gonna happen overnight, right? But I'm gonna be making the entire original Howling Commandos, right? And I have some custom Nick Furies. I will probably leave the Nick Fury, and I might even switch it to the Dum Dum head, or the Dum Dum body. But let's do this right away, because it's just not right. It's not right. There we go. Awesome. Awesome. So I'll probably be keeping this Fury as it is, loading it up with his guns and all that shit. And I will be displaying this guy with with a brown suited Wolverine to mimic the, and I'll show you on the turntable, but I will be keeping this guy like this, okay? So that should be cool. And we'll do a full review here in a minute on the turntable, but give you a look at all the guns here. And the hands. Very cool. Again, if anybody in the community needs this for a custom, let me know. I will not be using it. And parts that I'm not going to use, I would much rather give to people in the community. Brett was jokingly discussing how hot he thought Sharon Carter was. Dude, if you want this, let me know. Brett does have first dibs on this. And Brett, I will give you all of her accessories and her alternate head sculpt. This is a cool figure. It's just, I really bought this whole pack for the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., Nick Fury, and the Dum Dum head, you know? And there were some people on eBay already just trying to sell the Dum Dum heads because they decided, like, I guess they're making their own customs and they don't want the Dum Dum head. And I don't know, that might have been a better way to go, but we'll do a full review on each one of these figures over at the Turntable of Awesomeness. Show you the guns, blast effects, the smoke. Oh, okay, the smoke. You guys remember that Nick Fury figure, the Samuel L. Jackson Nick Fury, where he's got the red watch cap? That had much better. It's the same smoke effect, but these are different colors. The color of those were much better. And it looks like, yeah, he's got the same gun there. So don't fret, we will have a let's see, are these guys the same? No, see, Vern said that these were the same size, but really, I think Dum Dum is bigger. He is slightly bigger in build, thickness, and slightly, let me see here. Yeah, and it's not just the hat, but you can see the shoulders are slightly, this is a slightly bigger body. So that's cool. We might switch him over we'll probably display, I don't know. I'm going to look at the front of the comic book that I'm going to be recreating with this figure with the brown suit Wolverine. And we'll see if his suit, I'm sure his suit does go all the way up to his neck like this, so. There we go. But yeah, awesome set, man. Should have gotten two. I shouldn't have bought the one. Because, you know, I don't really need to be spending the money on it, but should have bought two. So I don't know if we will ever see this pack in store or whatever, but if I have the cash and I see another one of these for sale that has a good box in good shape, I will be getting it to keep on card. So anyway, yeah, I'm thinking of maybe a Recondo, maybe the vintage one on card, maybe using that body for a Dum Dum. Then I will have a spare Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. body here for I don't know what. I'll be leaving this guy original, like he is, displaying him with a brown suited Wolverine, which Gilster so graciously gifted me one that he has. He said he's not doing anything with it, you know, because I said, man, I need a brown suit Wolverine, but they're all like $55 fucking dollars, you know. And he's like, I got one that I have never opened and it's collecting dust and I don't even need it. You can have it. And I was like, Gilster, my man. And I have a box for Gilster with some different items. And then Brett, if you want this, let me know. It'll be coming at you. So let's fade to black. The next time you'll be seeing these will be set up on the turntable of awesomeness. We'll do a few poses and all that good stuff. Stay tuned. All right. Here's a couple, we'll show you a couple quick poses of all three of the figures in this pack. Seems like there's a good range of articulation with everybody on here. Looking good. Dum Dum, Fury, and Carter. Absolutely. Winner pack. Winner pack. Should have gotten two, but it'll be all right. It'll be all right. All right, let's look at some other poses real quick. Here's another cool iconic stance. If anybody's familiar with Colonel William Fairburn Sykes, this is a true to form World War II commando pose. The Tiger Claw. I encourage you to look up Gutter Fighting and Kill or Be Killed and all of William Fairburn Sykes's training manuals. But there's an iconic World War II commando combat pose right there for Mr. Fury. Let's see what else we can get these guys into. Yeah, these are just excellent figures. Like I said, we'll be displaying the Nick Fury with a brown Wolverine, like the Marvel Age magazine in the center back there. And we will be using the Dum Dum for a Howling Commando custom. But what awesome figures. Excellent. Awesome stuff. All right, here we have them kind of in a reloading pose. Nick Fury putting in a new mag. Dum Dum maybe trying to clear some sort of malfunction, trying to clear a jam in his weapon. Definitely cool. Here's a couple more classic combat fighting stances from the way back time machine. Nick Fury is in a Fairburn Sykes point and shoot stance, and Dum Dum is in the classic, oh, I can't remember what we used to call this, but it's kind of like the classic target shooting stance. But of course, back in the old days, you used to, instead of standing in the isosceles triangle, presenting your chest, before the days of bulletproof vests, it was standard to turn sideways as to not present as much of yourself as a target. Now, the stance that Nick is in, he doesn't really want to stay there, so we might have him, he might fall on this turn, but these are classic, even pre-war, pre-World War II combat fighting stance, especially the stance that Nick Fury is in is a Colonel Fairburn Sykes trained. Oh, see, there he goes. Yeah, this stance does not bode well with a little change of inertia. But for those of you who do study World War II and prior combat shooting, classic stance. Classic stance. Alright, let's see what else we can get these two guys into. Alright, this is probably my favorite pose for Nick, as it resembles the image on that Marvel. I'll try to bring that into focus for a second. On that Marvel Age cover. Very cool. Very cool. So, yeah, I'm gonna also show you the head sculpt of this Nick Fury versus the last Marvel Legends Nick Fury. I like this one better. I truly, truly do. And if in the future a guy is able to purchase this particular head off of eBay, everybody wants to buy a little head. No, if you're able to purchase this head in any kind of quantity, I probably will purchase it and even maybe redo some of my customs. As you've probably noticed, I have not shown much of Sharon Carter, and I have shown none of the Samuel L. Jackson version of Nick Fury, now known as Nick Fury Jr., mainly because that's not what I bought this pack for. I bought this pack for these two figures, specifically the Nick Fury, the OG Nick Fury, and the Dum Dum Dugan head, as I may use the body for a different Nick Fury, just displayed in a different part of the house. So yeah, we'll give this one more quick little turnaround. It's definitely a great Nick Fury stance. Now, there was a Spider-Man, what was that, Spider Shot? They were complaining about the gap in between the legs, and Nick has this same issue. But you can only really see it on one side. The belt, the white belt and holster, definitely impedes a bit of movement. You know, one leg will do what the other leg won't do because it has all that shit strapped on it. Also, my only other complaint is the knife that came with it is a, let me see if I can get you to see that for just a second. The knife that came with it is a much smaller dimension than the guns, and so it's extremely hard for you to get them to hold that with any kind of rigorousness, you know. So But awesome set. Highly recommended if anybody is a Howling Commando fan or a Nick Fury fan, or you know, maybe you're a Sharon Carter, Samuel L. Jackson fan. Either way, you should get this. I think it's sold out in most places already, but I'm sure we will see these again. I think they're too easy. They're too easy for Hasbro to make, right? And too easy to charge us for this. So anyway, yeah, stay tuned. Let's do a couple. We'll do a couple head swaps, and we're gonna compare also this Nick Fury head with the previous one. Stay tuned. All right, now all we've done here is we've replaced the Dum Dum Dugan head with the first. Well, it's really, this is the second, I guess, Marvel Legends Nick Fury. And as you can tell, the main thing to look for when you're swapping heads is the chin length. You see how much longer if you have a chin like on this Nick Fury, this version right here, see how much longer it is? That's gonna get you a wonky fit, you know. So that's one of the main things. I have to say they're both pretty good, but the new one is far superior. Far superior. So there's just a quick look at both head sculpts next to each other. All right, y'all. As you may know, I am, I guess, known as a custom channel. I don't know. It's just a Lax Zivrak channel. I do what the fuck I want. But here's a quick look at the older head on a Spider-Man Noir figure with his Luger and his Thompson versus the new version. Maybe we'll swap these heads too, and we'll take a look at what that looks like, huh? All right, and there's a little swap. As I said before, you can see the length of neck changes with the length of chin, right? So the older heads, the older version of the head that I put on the newer figure has a shorter chin, so therefore it looks like it has a longer neck. And the newer version with the longer chin makes it look like he has no neck at all, see? So it looks like, well, the older figures have the shorter chin, so you're gonna have to stick with those kinds of swaps. The joint in the top of the head is not exactly the same. They may in the factory think that they're the same, but there are there's definitely some tolerances. So see, this is not set all the way down on there, and that's a little too long of a neck. But it would definitely be more like that in reality than what we saw before. So that makes me feel pretty good about stuff. We'll do a little live swap for you here. That makes me feel pretty good about what I have here as far as this Fury with this body, and then all of my customs are with this head, and you really couldn't swap those very easily because the length of neck and chin work well with the figures that I've already customized. So buying a bunch of these to put on the customs I've already made is really not necessary. Some of the newer, and I'll show you that, but some of the newer G.I. Joe Classifieds, they are longer chin, so this head will work a lot better on G.I. Joe Classifieds, and we'll show you a couple more customs, Nick Fury customs right now. All right, now this custom Fury here with the Hawk Abernathy body, this is a prime example of what I'm talking about. This is the newer Joe line, and it has quite a long neck. And if you take any heads off of your Joes, you will notice they have a very long chin, like the new Fury here. So I removed the ball completely, and I opened up the head a little bit, so this guy just sits directly on the neck, you see. But this new head, I know, would have fit on this and been basically perfect, because of the chin and the let me see if I need some more stands. If anybody knows any good Marvel Legends or G.I. Joe Classified stands, I need them. Any to purchase, or if you got any extra. Well, I'll give you a little turntable shot. These are all, let me think about this. Yeah, these are all my Nick Furies. So we have a World War II Colonel, which would really be more of like a Korean War Nick Fury. Maybe Bay of Pigs. Did you know that Nick Fury was at the Bay of Pigs? He was. And we have an Agent of oh! I knew that was going to happen. We have an Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Nick Fury. See if I can't get that to stand a little nicer. Man down! We have the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. 1960s version right here. And we have a, Gilster calls this the Back in Black. The Back in Black Nick Fury. That is on a, what's his name? Snake Eyes? It's on a Snake Eyes body. Snake Eyes body. He's got the Abernathy shoulder holster. He's got the Punisher's Tech 9, and he's on the Punisher's bike. A little samurai sword action there. And then the newest addition to the Furies. I guess that's, I guess the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm sure the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., when they're in deep undercover, like, you know, like the Bay of Pigs and stuff like that, they're not walking around in that blue suit, right? They're definitely walking around in a much more, although that's not a very inconspicuous, it's not a very inconspicuous look either, though, is it? But certainly more low key than the blue. Trying to get this one I dropped back together here, so I can maybe give you one more look at it before I bid you adieu. But yeah, excellent set. Excellent set. Well, let's fade to black, and I will show you one more run of all four of these. Alright, well, thank you for staying with us. If you have, make sure to hit that like button and leave a comment on the bottom. Does anybody have a Nick Fury head? They want a Nick Fury Senior head? They want to trade for the Nick Fury Junior head that came with this pack? Let me know. I'm still waiting to hear back from Brett. He made mention that he wants the Sharon Carter, so it's all yours if you want it, bro. But other than that, we'll take one more turn on the manual turntable of awesomeness. Nick Fury galore, man. Excellent. Excellent stuff. I think it's excellent stuff. Who's your favorite old-timey superhero or war hero? I see NECA's coming out with a new Sergeant Rock, which is kind of cool. Rick at Left Coast Graphics sent me that. So neat stuff. So anyway, remember to check back periodically for some sex droids and lack and roll. I appreciate your view, and I appreciate even more that if you leave a comment down below. I have been General Lax Zivrak, and I will continue to be. And as always, I will see you on down the trail.